great to see you here again today. Let's warm up our bodies and our voices so we're ready to sing and move. Would you first reach up way up high, one arm at a time, like you're picking some kind of fruit from a tree? I'm picking peaches because they're my favorite. What are you picking? Let's pick two more with each hand. One, two. Good job. Oh, guess what? Some fell on the ground while we were doing that. So now we have to pick some up from the ground. Bend over and stretch down. Oh, good. Hopefully you found some great fruit down there while you were stretching down. Now, since you did such a good job, give yourself a big hug. Great, and stretch out. Wonderful. Now that you've picked that delicious fruit and taken it home to your adult that you have at your house, they're making a delicious fruit pie out of it. So we're going to smell it, baking and smelling so yummy. And then because it's hot, before we can eat it, we're going to blow on it, okay? So let's breathe in and smell that delicious pie. And when we do that, can you do this with your hands with me? And breathe in like that, and then we go out, blow out on our hot pie. We'll do that with our hands. Ready? So breathe in and blow on your pie. Did it smell so good? Oh, peach pie smells so good. All right, ready? Let's smell it again. And blow on it. Okay, one more time. Ready? And in. And blow on it. Very good job. Very good job. Can you say this sentence for me? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Let's break it down. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. What letter are we saying the most in that sentence? Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Yes, M. We're using that M sound a lot. So before we actually finish our exercise, can you just be my echo on the M sound? Hmm. Mmm. Mmm. That yummy pie. Mmm. Nice. So using that humming sound that we're creating with our lips, it's really important in our exercise. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Can you try that with me with an extra hum on all of the M's? Ready, go. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Great. Guess what? We don't just have to speak it. We can sing it too. Let me get my tuning fork out here. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Can you try that with me? Here we go. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Good, let's do that again. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Ooh, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Doo-doo. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Doo-doo. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Doo-doo. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Ooh. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Good job. Can you go any faster? Let's try it here. Little faster. Ready, go. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Doo-doo. 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 Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Could you do it? Oh my goodness, so fast. Good job waking up your mouth and getting it ready to sing with us. tell you this crazy thing that happened to me on the way to school today. When I was driving to school, I hear this woo, 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 woo sound. And so I'm looking around and I don't see anything. So I keep driving along and I'm listening to my radio, jamming, doo 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 doo. And the next thing it gets louder. Woo, 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 woo. Can you try that with me? Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, and then I see these flashing lights coming up behind me. So I pull over and I wait and zoom. A police car goes by. Whew. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. So I was really glad they went right on by. So I pull back on the road and I'm driving. And then I hear again, woo, 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 woo. Can you try that with me? It was far away and got closer. Woo, 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 woo. So I pull over to the side and it zooms on by. Well, I wonder what's going on. I hope everybody's okay. So I pull back on the road. And the next thing I hear, wee-oo, 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 coming up behind me. Can you try that with me? Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. And you're right. It was an ambulance. An ambulance was also coming up behind me, so I pull over to the side. I wait. The ambulance goes on by. And now I'm starting to get really worried. I think, oh my goodness, I wonder what is happening. But I don't see the lights stopping up ahead. They're going way far away. So I pull back on the road. Then I hear, woo. Can you try that with me? And I see a fire truck in my mirror, so I pull over again. I think at this rate, I'm never going to get to school. I'm never going to make it on time because I keep having to stop and wait. Well, I wait. Fire truck goes on by. And I get back on the road. And as I get to this parking lot, there's a big tree in the middle of the parking lot. And I see how many police cars? Do you remember? That's right, 2. I see 2 police cars. How many ambulance? 1. And I see how many fire trucks? 1. And they're in a circle around this tree. And I'm like, okay, I have to know what's happening, right? I'm almost going to be late for school, but I've got to know what's going on. So I pull into the parking lot, and I sit there, and I watch. And I watch the fire truck raise its ladder up into the tree. It goes, can you try that with me? Yeah. And then I see this big, burly fireman. He's big and muscular. He goes, bloop, 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 up the ladder. Can you try that with me? Bloop, 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 bloop. Up the ladder. Yeah, just like that. And I'm watching, and I see this big, strong fireman come down the ladder with the cutest, most itty-bitty, sweetest little kitten. He comes down the ladder. Bloop, 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 bloop. Can you try coming down the ladder with the kitten with me? Bloop, 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 bloop. That's right. So he comes down with the sweetest little kitten in his hands, and he rescued that kitten. And by that time, I was like, I have got to get to school. So I got back on the road, and I drove to school, and I made it just fine. But oh my goodness, all of that hullabaloo for a little tiny kitten. How sweet. I actually have a song about this going up the ladder. Can you keep a steady beat with me as you listen to our song? It goes like this. Up the ladder, down the ladder, one by one. Up the ladder, down the ladder, one by one. Good job. Will you be my echo this time? Up the ladder, down the ladder. Up the ladder, down the ladder. One by one. One by one. one by one. Very good. Thank you for being my echo with your singing voice. Now, if we were in the classroom, we would use the song to get to know each other's names. But because we can't see each other, I have some other friends whose names you need to get to know. You've got to know who they are. So they're going to share with us today using different voices. Sometimes a singing voice, maybe speaking or whisper or calling voice. You've got to listen to find out, and you can echo them with that same voice. Here's the other thing, though. As we add on, we have to count up. We have to add who has joined us, right? So we start with one by one. I'm going to be the one by one. But then when we get to two by two, we're going to have a friend. We're going to listen for them to share their name, and we'll sing, okay? Here we go. Up the ladder, down the ladder, one by one. Up the ladder, down the ladder, one by one. My name is Mrs. Piles. And then you're my echo, and you sing, her name is Mrs. Piles.
Her name is Mrs. Piles.
Good job. Let's try that again. We're still going to work on just me for now, just so we can practice. 1, 2, here we go. Up the ladder, down the ladder, one by one. Up the ladder, down the ladder, one by one. My name is Mrs. Piles.
Her name is Mrs. Piles.
Good. This time we go two by two. Up the ladder, down the ladder. Up the ladder, down the ladder, two by two. Up the ladder, down the ladder, two by two.
My name is Mr. Pedraza.
His name is Mr. Pedraza. Good. We're up to 3 now. Ready? Here we go. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 3 by 3. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 3 by 3.
My name is Miss Mackenzie.
Her name is Miss Mackenzie. Good. What number are we on? Up the ladder, down the ladder, 4 by 4. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 4 by 4.
My name is Mr. Weed.
His name is Mr. Weed. Good job with your calling voice. All right, what are we up to? Good. Ready, here we go. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 5 by 5. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 5 by 5.
My name is Miss Shorn.
Her name is Mrs. Shorn. Good, we're up to 6. 1, 2, here we go. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 6 by 6. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 6 by 6.
My name is Mrs. Brutch.
Her name is Mrs. Brutch. Up to 7. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 7 by 7. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 7 by 7.
My name is Mrs. Justice.
Her name is Mrs. Justice. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 8 by 8. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 8 by 8.
My name is Miss Marvel.
Her name is Mrs. Marvel. We're up to 9 now. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 9 by 9. Up the ladder, down the ladder, 9 by 9. This is your turn. Sing me your name. I can't wait to meet you. Very good job going up the ladder and down the ladder with me. Thank you for working on your different voices and singing along and speaking along and whispering along with me. Can you listen to the music, move to the beat, and follow the directions you hear? Move along with me. and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you tiptoe, and you tiptoe, and you stop. And you tiptoe, and you tiptoe, and you stop. And you tiptoe, and you tiptoe, and you stop. And you tiptoe, and you tiptoe, and you stop. And you stop, and you stop, and you stop. And you stop, and you stop, and you stop. And you stop, and you stop, and you stop. And you stop, and you stop, and you stop. And you fly, and you fly, and you stop. And you fly, and you fly, and you stop. And you fly, and you fly, and you stop. And you fly, and you fly, and you stop. And you skip, and you skip, and you stop. And you skip, and you skip, and you stop. And you skip, and you skip, and you stop. And you skip, and you skip, and you stop. And you hop, and you hop, and you stop. And you hop, and you hop, and you stop. And you hop, and you hop, and you stop. And you hop, and you hop, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop. And you walk, and you walk, and you stop.
Just started to be autumn last week, and autumn is my favorite time of year. I'm from Pennsylvania, where the leaves turn the most beautiful colors this time of year, and apples are abundant. Lots and lots of apple picking is going on in Pennsylvania right now. So we're going to say a poem about picking apples. You can just copy my movements this first time around, and then maybe the next time you can help me join in. It goes like this. Just out of reach, so high in the tree, is a juicy red apple waiting for me. Get on my toes, stretch up my hand, but I can't reach no matter how tall I stand. So I must jump as high as I can till I have that apple in my little hand. I make it shine. My job is complete. My juicy red apple is ready to eat. Yum! All right, hopefully you were able to copy my motions as you helped me pick an apple. This time, will you please be my echo and do the motions with me? Just out of reach, so high in the tree, is a juicy red apple waiting for me. Get on my toes and stretch up my hand. But I can't reach no matter how tall I stand. So I must jump as high as I can till I have that apple in my little hand. I make it shine. My job is complete. My juicy red apple is ready to eat. Yum! Very nice job saying my poem and being my echo. And moving along to help pick that apple. I hope it was as tasty as mine was. Please keep a steady beat with me on your lap as we sing our new song. Listen carefully. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Not a long song, right? But I do have a fun game to play with it in a few moments. So let's just get to know our song a little bit. Will you please be my echo? Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. What do you notice about those two lines? If you said they're exactly the same, you are correct. They are. They're the same thing. So pick up an instrument, if you have your shaker or your scraper nearby, or some sticks that you can tap together. I'm going to use my scraper, and let's keep our steady beat with our instrument. 1, 2, here we go. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Good work. Let's do that one last time, and then as we play our game, you get to keep on keeping a steady beat with your instrument while we play the game. 1, 2, ready, sing. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Okay, good work. Here is how the game goes. I have a pumpkin, and I'm going to put my pumpkin down underneath one of my 3 cups. We're going to sing our song, and at the end of the song, you have to try to guess where the pumpkin ended up. Here, here, or here, okay? Because I'm going to mix them up while we sing. We'll go 5 rounds. If you are correct, you get a point. If you're not correct, you have to give me a point, and then we'll see who wins at the end, okay? I'm gonna try to trick you. 1, 2, ready, sing. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Okay, do you think you know where the pumpkin is? He kind of snuck out at one point. All right, we'll start at this end every time. Is he here? Not there. If you chose this cup, give me a point. How about the middle? He did end up back in the middle. If you chose the middle, you get a point. If you chose down here, you gotta give me a point. Okay, round 2. Don't forget, play your instrument to the beat while you're watching. Ooh, that's tricky, isn't it? 1, 2, ready, go. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Could you keep up with it that time? I'm not sure if I even kept up with it that time. All right, we always start with this cup. If you chose this cup, you get a point. Good work. If you chose these 2, give me a point. All right, he's starting down here on the end this time. Round 3. 1, 2, ready, sing. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Okay, did you keep up with it? If you chose this cup, give me a point. If you chose this cup, give you a point. All right, middle cup again. Give me a point if you chose this one. All right, next round. And this will be our 4th round, okay? Our 4th round, starting in the middle. 1, 2, ready, sing. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Okay, let's see where it ended up. If you chose this cup, give yourself a point. And if you chose these 2, I get a point. All right, last round. Let's see who wins. Am I close? Fingers crossed, I hope so. Starting, he's here under this cup. 1, 2, ready, sing. Let's hide the pumpkin. Let's hide the pumpkin. Do you know where it ended up? If you chose this cup, I get a point. If you chose the middle cup, I get a point. But if you chose this one on the end, you get the point. Who won? You or me? Either way, great job singing along, keeping the beat, and playing along with me for Let's Hide the Pumpkin. I've been listening to a lot of music by George Frederick Handel. Well, today we're going to listen to another song. Last week we listened to an operatic song. This week there's no voices right now in this piece. It's still just harpsichord and string orchestra. The song is called Gigue from The Alchemist. The Alchemist is a big piece of music that George Frederick Handel wrote for harpsichord and string orchestra. The Gigue is just one small part of it. Now, Gigue is a dance, and it sounds like another word for dance you might know. Jig. Have you ever heard say somebody's going to dance a jig? It's an older type of dance move, right, or dance form. So we may not do it so much today, but that's what this is. It's a dance. So we are going to move to it. We can't just sit and listen to a dance. We have to move to it. If you are at home, find 1 or 2 items that you can use as a scarf that you've been using or you can use. We're going to be using 2 things at school, so if you're at home and can find 2, that would be awesome. If you are at school, you have been given to your teachers strips of paper, and we're going to use these almost like ribbons to move with since we can't have scarves in school to use right now. All right, so find your materials, get them in your hands, and meet me back here. Perfect. Now let's practice the moves that we're going to be doing with our scarves or our paper ribbons. So, with your right hand, this one over here, you're going to be trying to make some circles. And your paper ribbon will move how it moves. That's fine. It might not be as flowy as a regular ribbon. If you twirl your wrist, maybe you'll get a different movement. This is your left hand. Try your left hand. You're being my mirror, okay? Look like you're looking in a mirror. You're copying me. So just some circles. Try them both together. And you could go like out and in, or you could go in and then out, right? There's different ways you could do your circles. Perfect. The next shape or movement we're doing with our ribbons is called a figure 8. Now we're doing a sideways figure 8 just like you see on the screen. That's the shape we're going to be making. We're using both of our hands at the same time in the same direction to make that figure 8. Good job. That's it. So when you see that movement, you'll know. So you're going to see it pop up on the screen. If you see circles, you're doing the circles. If you see the figure 8, you're doing the figure 8. The last move we need to learn is the wave. So we're either waving overhead, you might see me wave down low, you are copying me and doing what I am doing with my ribbons. All right? Great. Well, let's hear the music and get started. 1, 2, ready, go. Right hand circles. Left hand. Both. Back to your right hand. Left hand. Both. Great. Beautiful job moving along with me. Now, it's not a very long movement song, so let's give it another try, right? Maybe you lost track of what I was doing or it got confusing, but let's give it another shot so you can try moving along with me. Also, in the middle, something I forgot about that time, but I heard it as I was listening to the music.
when we were doing our figure eights, it goes kind of soft and it gets louder. So we're going to start our figure eights low and get higher and go back down low and get higher as the music gets soft and then loud. So let's give that another try. 1, 2, ready, go. You did a great job that second time around. You're really getting the hang of it. Now, at the very end, did you notice how the very last few notes, it felt like it slowed down? Well, that's because that's a very popular way to end songs. It's called a ritardando. Can you say ritardando? Yeah, ritardando means to gradually slow down. So at the very end, you feel that very gradual slowing down. And that was something that Handel and lots of the composers used at the end of the music because it makes you feel the end coming and then you know that it's done. Well, thank you so much for moving along to Gigue from The Alchemist by Handel with me today.
Boys and girls, we have a song today, and it's about an animal. I want you to listen to it, see if you can figure out which animal it is. Listen closely. I wonder what animal it was. If you said bunnies, you are absolutely correct. What were those bunnies doing at the beginning? Let's listen to the first part again. Here we go. What were those bunnies doing? Oh, they were snoozing. I'm thinking that since the singer says, I'd like to wake them up so we can have some fun, that she's probably awake and the bunnies are sleeping. That snoozing was a good word to let us know that too. But that part about her wanting to wake them up, that was another good clue. So, when the music was saying that they're sleeping, I want you to pretend like you're sleeping. And when it is waking up, I want you to move like you're awake and you're playing right behind your desk if you're at school. And if you're at home, you can move around the room. So if you're in school, remember that you are at your desk. Here we go. Let's listen closely so we know which one to do.
Little bunny snoozing in the morning sun. I would like to wake them up so we can have some fun. Be quiet. Wake up, hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. We're gonna tell
Here,
them
wait.
to hop. Hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. Hop until you drop. Little bunny snoozing in the morning sun. I would like to wake them up so we can have some fun. Shh, be quiet. Wake up, hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. We're gonna tear and then hop, hop. Hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. Hop until you drop.
Great job being awake. Let's try that one more time. Make sure that you are waking up at the right time and going to sleep at the right time. Here we go.
Little bunny snoozing in the morning sun. I would like to wake them up so we can have some fun. Shh, be quiet. Wake up, hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. We're gonna tell and then hop, hop. Hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. Hop until you drop. Little bunny snoozing in the morning sun. I would like to wake them up so we can have some fun. Shh, be quiet. Wake up, hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. We're gonna tear and then hop, hop. Hop up, bunnies, hop and hop. Hop until you drop.
All right, great job. I hope you had some fun hopping and sleeping and pretending to be the bunnies. And let's move to the next part of our lesson. Well, we have a song today. It is called Apple Tree. So I want you to learn my song. And while we are learning it, we're going to play a game. On some of the cards here, I have in, some of the words I have out. So if I choose one that says out, that I'm out, and I have to restart the game. If I choose one that says in, I don't have to restart. So let's see if we can do this. When you think you know the song, join me, please. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. Oh, let's see. What did I get? In! I get to stay in. Oh, let's see what's gonna come next. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. In, thankfully. Alright, this time, can you point to them as we go around? Here we go. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. I got in. Alright. Let's see. Let's start a different place this time. Go right here. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. Let's see. In. I get to stay in. Let's start here this time. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. Out! Well, I think he just needs to stay out for a round. So let's try it again. Here we go. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. Oh, he got out this time. Oh, let's see. We're going to put this one back in here. Let's see. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. What are we? In! We get to come back in. Yay! Alright. Let's see. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. Ow! He got out that time. Let's see if he gets to come back in, or if we have someone else that gets out. Ready and go. Apple tree, will your apple fall on me? I won't cry, I won't shout, if your apple knocks me out. Oh, well, I get to come back in. Yay. Alright, so you can make up your own cards at home. Just get a piece of paper, write in and out on some small pieces of paper. And then you can set it up just like we did and practice that song. So, have fun.